Hello YouTubers. Today I want to do a video on how to change or when to change a mountain bike tire. So I've been riding on the same tires for quite some time. This is a Maxxis Ardent Race 29er for tubeless setup, 29 times 2 by 220, and I was wondering if I should change my rear tire. As you can see, hopefully on the video, there's not a whole lot of tread wear left. This was quite a knobby tire when it was new, but now you see that there's not that much difference anymore. And I noticed that on steep terrain, and when especially when climbing, I was starting to slip a little bit with my rear tire. So that's when I decided to change the tire. I didn't have any punctures because I'm obviously riding with sealant. Very small punctures because you could see that the sealant had done its job. But I guess, yeah, you could say that you need a new tire when the behavior of the bike starts to be different. So I was quite happy with the Maxxis Ardent Race. I think it's actually quite a good tire. But I was looking for a tire with a bit more knobby profile. So I've had the Schwalbe knobby nick before, and this time I decided to go with the Schwalbe Hans Dampf. So I'll show you that. And that's basically the tire that I mounted on my bike. I'll do a separate review on my mountain bike. It's a Pivot Mac 429 SL, full carbon. I love this bike. I'm really happy with it, but I'll cover the bike in a different video. And obviously here you see the Schwalbe Hans Dampf. Now the difference with the Maxxis Ardent Race is that this is a 235 width tire, so it's a bit wider than the Maxxis Ardent Race. And I have not changed the front one, which is also the Maxxis Ardent Race 220. And I know that typically having a wider tire in the rear is not something that you do. Some people like a setup with a rear tire a bit smaller than the front tire, but since I've not changed the front tire, I have a setup that's a bit wider in the rear than in the front. And actually I wanted to comment on that on the video, because my bike is actually very stable, and since I changed the rear tire, obviously it got a much more knobby profile, so the ride is softer. There's a bit less feedback than with the the Maxxis Ardent Race that almost had no knobs left. So I would get direct feedback from the road. It was a harder ride, harsher ride, which now is a lot softer, but I feel like the bike has lost a bit of stability, maybe because I have a new wider tire in the rear and a smaller tire in the front. So I've done 2 or 3 mountain bike rides with it so far, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the front tire. And I bought a Magic Mary, a Schwalbe Magic Mary, also 235 width, also in a tubeless setup to go with the bike. So I'm going to mount that. So I'll have the same width in the front and the rear. I'll take the bike for a ride, and then I'll post a different video with my comments on that. So talk to you soon. Take care.